You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
It's Vegas, it's rock, it's dogs, it's Vegas Rock Dog Radio, a rock and roll show all about pets, people, and pop culture. Stand by for great guests and cool advice, all in one rockin' hour. The phone lines are open at 702-483-4444. That's 702-483-4444. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is the rock and roll queen of dogs, Sam.
Good morning. How's everyone doing today? It's a toasty day in Vegas, as usual. We're stuck with this now until, September, October even. It's still really hot in September. So you're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio. I am Sam, the queen of rock and roll dogs, and today's show is about pets, people, and pop culture, as always. And we're going to have a really, really fun show today. Lots of information to give out too on events. And actually, before I even get started today, I just want to tell people about an event that popped up very quickly last night. And the No Kill Las Vegas organization is holding a rally right this minute. It just started. It's going to go from 10 a.m. to 12 noon outside the Animal Foundation, and they are doing a rally about a pet owner whose pet has basically been euthanized and should not have been euthanized. It's kind of a complicated story, but basically it's unacceptable that this should happen, because if all checks and balances are done, then this should never happen. So the rally is today to bring awareness to this, and it's not an isolated incident. It happens a lot. So if you can make your way down there, show your support, lend your voice to these animals that really don't have a voice, that would be wonderful. And if you want more information, you can go to the page on Facebook, and that's Go Vegas Dog, or you can go to the No Kill website, nklv.org. So that's happening right now. So I thought I'd get that out of the way, because I wanted to get as many people as possible down there. Take lots of pictures. Make sure you hashtag NKLV, because it helps people understand what the topic of conversation is on all platforms of social media. So let's tell you how you're going to find the show. And I know we've got some special people listening today. We've got the Yorkie Haven Rescue listening. Let's say hello. And we're also on Ustream, so we're going to give you a wave in a second. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to actually start recording our show. That might help. You're going to go to our website. Our main website is vegasrockdogradio.com. Our Ustream is ustream.tv, and our channel, our profile channel is Vegas Rock Dog, and then you'll choose the show Vegas Rock Dog Radio, and you will see me and Sandy Dillion in the studio today. You're looking good, Sandy, on that camera. You're looking real good on that. And you can go to Facebook, Vegas Rock Dog Radio, and that's where all of our links are going to pop up during the show. So if we mention an event, if we mention a rescue, all the links will be there, and it'll make it very easy for you to connect. Our Twitter account is Vegas Rock Dog Show, no W on the end. Our call-in number is 702-483-4444, and that means we're in Vegas if it's a 702, or what's the other new exchange we just got?
725.
725. I hate that. 722. We don't care. We still got the 702 numbers. It's like, don't make things difficult, you know. And our Instagram account is Vegas Rock Dog. And if you want to pick up clothing, rock and roll clothing and accessories for you and your dog, you're going to go to vegasrockdog.com. And I've been like a blogging fiend since I went to the Blog Post conference, and my blog is the rockandrolldog.com. And as in just an N or a N if you're 5 years old. The rockandrolldog.com. You'll see lots of reviews, lots of information, giveaways, you name it, we've got it going on. And so basically, let's tell you about Ustream, or not Ustream, about Instagram, what I've got going on this week. And actually today is the last day to enter the My Dog Rocks photo contest on Instagram. Upload a photograph of your rock and roll dog, tag Vegas Rock Dog, hashtag Vegas Rock Dog, hashtag My Dog Rocks, and you'll be entered. And tomorrow we'll be making the announcement of the winner, and you get to win some Vegas Rock Dog gear, so that's pretty exciting. We've had a lot of really, really good entries, so it's going to be hard to select a winner. It's hard. I wish I could just gift everybody. I wish I had enough money to show, like that guy in San Francisco that's been just leaving money everywhere. That's what I would do. First thing I would do is I would say, okay, I'm paying for everybody's adoptions. Yeah. Come down to the shelter and I'm paying for them all. That would be my first first thing. And if I became the president, it would be everywhere has to be dog friendly. That's it. It's really simple. I think a lot of people would vote for me based on that. So let's talk about my guest who's in studio today. And that is, let me see if my thing is actually recording. Does that look like it's even recording? No, it doesn't. I've got this new GoPro, which it's very new and fandangled, though it's working now. But, there's definitely a learning curve with the GoPro. And I still can't get it to talk to the Mac. It's like, don't want to be friends. I don't want to be friends with the Mac. So we're testing it out today on me and Sandy, but the quality is pretty amazing. So my guest today, I've known Sandy forever. I don't even know how long. Years? Yeah, quite a few years. And she's been a friend for a long time. Huge animal advocate. And now she's in the pet industry. She's joined the rest of us crazy people. She's the owner of Dogs ID Tagged, where she creates the most gorgeous and functional dog ID tags. Hi, Sandy.
Good morning.
We made it.
Yeah.
Are you nervous? No? Oh, come on. It's just me and you.
Yeah.
Just like we are at pet events. Just yakking on like we're doing. So what I love about Sandy is she kind of has matching dogs. Although they're not all the same breed, they all kind of look the same, don't they?
Right.
And they're all the same.
The terriers.
And the same size, and they've got the same colouring, and they've got the same colour hair that you have. And I just love that your dogs match you. I think it's fabulous. So we're going to talk about... I'm going to talk about a story, something that happened to me this week that leads right into what Sandy does for a living. I was getting a rare few hours with my husband this week to be able to grab a coffee, catch up, remember who he is because we've been so busy, and actually do a couple of errands and just relax in general, yeah? I was making my way down to my favourite coffee shop, which is Sunrise Coffee. They've got a pet-friendly patio by down there. Have you been? Oh, my gosh. It's near Sunset Park. It's fabulous.
Oh, no.
So they've got this pet-friendly patio. But anyway, we weren't taking the dogs because it's too hot. It was the middle of the day. So I'm fishing around in my bag for something that I need. I'm like contorting away here. So we just literally drive out of our community, and my husband shouts, "Dog, dog, dog, dog!" So coming down the street towards us, and I mean at quite a clip, is what looks like a big giant guinea pig, like a giant guinea pig. I can barely see the feet, and I can barely see its face. And we stopped the car, and it's still running towards us, which was good, because it was just determined to go in that one direction. So I thought, wow, this is like trying to be like a goalie, on a soccer team. I've got to try and catch the ball, before it goes in the net, or goes past me, So this little dog starts running up to me, and I go, "What are you doing?" to the dog. "What are you doing out here? It's way too hot." And this little dog literally came right up to me, like not scared. I mean, panting because it's so hot. It had so much hair. That's my phone. So much. Everything's happening today on the show. My own voice is speaking before I do. My phone's boinging, making weird noises. This dog, I mean, a lot of it's Pomeranian, but like a lot of hair. So it was panting. Its eyes were popping out of its head because it just looked like, whoa, what's going on? So anyway, pick up the dogs. Here we go again, picking up dogs. My husband's like, "No more dogs, Sam. No more." So okay, well, we've got to figure out who its owner is. And of course, same old story. And that's no tag, no collar. Here we go. So obviously our plans get completely thwarted, and I have to say a big thank you to my friend Pam, who has the fundraising organisation called Rocking for Rescues, who we were supposed to go and see a show with and have dinner, and she was very kind when she said, I need to cancel. I've got to get this dog situated and figure out who its owner is and get it back to them. So she's a massive animal lover. She was totally cool with it. So we scooped up this little dog. It just jumped in the car. All the dogs just jump in our car. They probably just know, oh yeah, you get treated well at their house. And off we went to PetSmart. Now, the dog did have a chip. Now, this is something I did not know or knew that some places do this. They said, yeah, the dog's got a chip, but its only information goes back to the vet where it was chipped. So that's common. We know lots of people don't update their chip. And if you're listening right now, maybe a light bulb went on like, oh my gosh, did I check if you actually did change your information? Because this is where it got, I was like, oh yeah, this is so exciting. So the vet actually was in Irvine, California. We know a lot of people move from California to Nevada anyway. So we called the vet to find out that they had purged their files. So they can say, oh, yes, this chip number was done with us, but we have no record of who the chip was given to. We've purged all of our files. And I think they'd done that that was 3 years ago. I know. So that's a very short period of time. So if that, rings a bell with you today, like, oh my gosh, and don't assume that they put your information in, because that's not always the case. When you get the chip, if you didn't change it yourself, often you are stuck with the old vet's information. And what if a vet went out of business? You've got no chance. So that was a bit about, but it kind of helped us build a little bit of information with trying to find the owner when it comes to verifying, is this your dog? So we did our usual stuff that we do. Up goes the picture on Facebook, and people like Sandy share everything. And we sent it to Animal Rescue 411. We kept checking on Craigslist in case someone had posted on there. What else did I do? Oh, a lovely friend, Melissa, who has a pet sitting business, she got the dog's information put on Henderson's animal control site. This dog's been found. We had a good picture, and how I got the good picture was from a free app called Pose a Pet. So it's fun, actually, even if you're not a rescue. I mean, rescues need to use it because you can create a rescue flyer straight from the photograph, but you actually tap the phone, and it makes a noise. So the pet looks at you when it hears the noise, and it snaps you an instant picture, and it's perfect every time. And you can add in all their information and then deploy that across social media, but it also goes into their database too from Pose a Pet, so it's great. And but I've had a few friends who have just downloaded the app to get a cute picture of their dog instead of it looking blurred every time. It's a great app. So that's Pose a Pet app, and you can get that in iTunes. So we're thankful we've got this huge network and great people like you that share everything. So we blast it out, and that's all I kind of did for like a whole day until I woke up the next morning, which was 8 a.m. and went back on Craigslist, and someone had posted exact location where they'd lost their dog, the exact color, no photo, but they'd given a number and the contact email you can reply back to. And I spent all day. I kept retexting, re-emailing, but I didn't hear back from anyone. So I was a little bit concerned. And if you don't know this happens a lot on Craigslist. People will claim it's their dog if it's not their dog. Mm-hmm. To get a free dog, or to get a free dog to put in a fighting ring. And that is really common. And this is why you should never give away animals for free on Craigslist. Your best alternative is literally find a decent rescue. Rather than sticking them on Craigslist, because another tragic story happened this week where the owner was giving away her senior dog. Did you see that? She was old, that poor thing. How can you give away your senior dog? They've been by your side all those years through thick and thin. And then I guess she told, a lot of rescue people called, and she'd said, oh, it's already gone to its forever home, but it ended up on our Kill Shelter's website that day. Yeah. I saw that. So a lot of people, someone actually did step up, though, to take her, to foster her. Yeah. So I think that all ended happily. But don't give away your pets. Oh, my gosh, you never know who you're giving your pets to. And don't pretend you're finding a home when you just dumped them at the shelter, because everybody monitors everything. Yeah. So thankfully we did see her, and it made sense. Like, same dog, let's save her. Mm-hmm. So I say all day, I just kept, oh my gosh, I want to re-email in case they didn't get the first email and stuff. And through sharing on Facebook, and we're always saying this, like, it's nice to like it, but share it, because the sharing works. Ultimately, my picture that I posted was shared from Facebook onto someone else's group on Facebook that I'm not a member of. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if the owners of the pets, of the dog that I had, I don't know if they actually were members of the group, or if someone had said, hey, that looks like a dog that looks like yours in the group. Anyway, all of a sudden it clicked, and a bunch of people started messaging me like, oh my gosh, the owners, it's their dog, can someone get hold of them? And here's the thing. They were in the neighbourhood next to ours. That's how close it was.
Wow.
But that little thing had run right across the road. It's a busy road, and traffic did not stop. Nobody else stopped. Nobody stopped. So anyway, but I had the dog, and you know what I'm like. It's like they show up at like the spa. We groom them, we give them great food, and play with them, and give them like what we call the little penthouse suite, which is our spare room. Their own bed, a collar, a leash, you know, all that stuff. But we were very, very excited to be able to reunite the owners. And we were, you know, you've got to ask those questions. You know, you don't want to give it away because it's so easy for people to say, that's my dog if it's not. But we said, well, where's your vet? And they were like, California. We're in California. I mean, it just all clicked and made sense. And we got to reunite them. And, you know, they're going to change their chip info. And I actually gave them your business name, Sandy, Dogs ID Tagged. I said, if you want a really nice custom tag, you know, you can call Sandy, or if you just want to go get one right away, just run down PetSmart. But if you want a fancy one, you need to call Sandy. So that kind of led right into you coming in the studio today. Right. You know, because, gosh, it could have been a 60-second call. I've got your dog. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. You know, and I probably could have driven it right to the house because it was really close to the street, you know. Yeah. And as much as you think, oh, I'll get to it, it'll be your biggest regret. You know,
you never know when your dog might get out.
You don't. And I mean, I had a situation where I don't have any services come to my house, but somebody had opened my back gate. And so I came in one day, let my dogs out, shouted them. They usually are looking through the gate. And I thought, oh, come on. I kept shouting them. And I went round the corner to see the gate wide open, and my dogs were gone. And I ended up running bare feet and finally caught them. But that was not through any negligence on my part. But you never know what can happen. Did your landscaper forget to lock the gate? Needless to say, you have a padlock on it now. But you never know, you know. And so we want to talk about well, let's talk about your 4 dogs first. Okay. Tell everybody what they're called.
I like them.
Because they're called the crew. You need to know about the crew.
Yeah, the crew.
So tell everybody their names, Sandy.
I have Lucy, Pebbles, Ozzy, and our latest addition to the crew is Bobo.
I think you need a Bam Bam too.
Yeah.
They're really adorable, and they are the face of your business now, aren't they? Tell everybody your website.
It's dogsidtag.com. And
what we're gonna do is we're gonna tell people. Well, first of all, there are many reasons why you should have a tag. You know, I mean, it's not just like, oh, if it gets out the house. What if there's another story this week. Someone had a rollover accident from LA to California. Right. They ran away from the car that was in the car. You know, that's another reason. Put a tag on them. Actually, it's a reason to put a seatbelt on too. Yeah. Because it happens a lot in accidents. They take off, they're scared, you know. Right. So there are many, many, many reasons why you should have a tag. And like, for example, say you use a sitter, you know, you need a tag on your pets at all times. I mean, sometimes you forget, you give them a bath or a shower like I do, but it's like, get those collars right back on them straight away.
As soon as they're dry, that's right. Yeah,
because it's just not worth the heartache, you know. Right. What made you start the business, Sandy? I never even asked you after all this time.
I for many years, back even from the 90s, I always wanted to make some type of dog tag.
Oh my gosh, it goes that far back?
It goes that far back. And I was looking at the engraving machine. Yeah. And then I set that on the back burner.
And it can't be cheap getting those machines, can it?
No, it would be costly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just let it was still there in the back of your mind.
Yeah, always to do something for the benefit of a pet.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also know that Sandy's usually at every pet event. No joke. I usually I'm sure Sandy will be around because you support so many rescues here in town. What kind of materials are you working with on your tags?
The dog tags I use 18-gauge metals in the brass, copper, and aluminum are my 3 top metals. Right. But I do have a few select in new gold or bronze.
What's new gold?
I don't know the percent of it, but it's kind of like a brass color.
Oh, yeah.
But it's prettier, actually.
Nice. So is it a little bit lighter in color then?
Yeah, nice. It's not as yellow.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good to know. Because
it really does look gold.
Because, you know, I mean, people love custom anything for their pets. I mean, I've seen over the last 2 years it just really explode. You know, I want something with my pet's face on it. You know, like how many cushions am I going to have in my house with pictures of my pets on them? Yeah, I'm sure people come to the house and go, oh, all the cushions are about dogs on them. Their faces looking at me. So I think custom for a couple of different reasons is really good. One, who doesn't love something that's very special to their dog?
Sure.
Your style. You know, it's like getting dog beds that match your decor. But secondly, the information you can put on them. So what kind of stuff do people put on their tags, and what would you recommend that they actually put on their tags?
Well, I have round flat tags, and I also have square bar tags.
Oh, they are so unusual.
Yeah.
I've never seen them before.
And with the bar tags, I have put, of course, their name on the front face of the bar tag, and I've put microchipped, or the street name. Here locally, I did 5 bar tags, and they had the street name, their names, phone number.
Yeah. It's just so valuable. I mean, you just cannot, go wrong with getting a custom tag.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to have it with just their name on, but, the whole point is you want people to find them. Oh, my gosh. Because it does make it super easy. So first thing you look for, and it seems to be recently, it seems recently every found dog recently is no collar, no tag. Like, come on, people.
I know. I see it all the time.
It's so frustrating. I mean, I wish there was a way, for example, that, and I mean, it would obviously take some work, but wouldn't it be great if you actually went, say, to a rescue, rescued a dog, and not only do a lot of them come chipped anyway, but, that information's changed right there and then, right in front of you with the rescue people, instead of like, well, you go home and change it and you forget, or they say, well, I'm going to go and get a tag, it's just be like, you've got to go straight away, and then, within 24 hours, show us the tag. I mean, there's got to be something that it's such a simple thing that's so important, Now, you don't just do... Actually, let me check the time. You know what, Chris? Let's do a quick break, because we're going to come right back, because I want to talk about the human side of your business as well, because that's really cool.
Yeah.
We're going to be right back. We'll listen to some words from our sponsors, and you'll listen to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the Queen of Rock and Roll Dogs. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
It's dinner time in America, where more pet parents trust PetSmart for natural and expert-recommended foods than any place else. And now, we've added more than 100 new varieties to our already wide selection of your favorite brands, like Simply Nourish, Authority, Wellness, Science Diet, and more. Do what's best for your pet. At PetSmart, happiness in store.
Go to PetSmartDeal.com to find out this week's coupon code and save up to 30% on food, treats, toys, and more. And get free shipping on orders of $49. Go to PetSmartDeal.com. PetSmartDeal.com.
Pet Life Radio, the #1 pet radio network on the planet, joins forces with iHeartRadio to put the power of your pets in your pocket. Awesome. Download the iHeartRadio app and rock Pet Life Radio on your phone, on your tablet, on your Xbox, in your car. Pet talk, pet tunes, and fun pet times. Pet Life Radio and iHeartRadio. Positively Possum.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Now, let's return to Vegas Rock Dog Radio. Here again, your host, the rock and roll queen of dogs, Sam.
I want to be able to do that echo on my own voice. Sam. I love how he does that. It's fabulous. Well, listen, you're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs. I'm very fidgety today. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like ants in my pants. I'm not kidding you. I'm all like, ugh, today. Anyway, my guest today is my longtime friend, Sandy Dillion, an owner of Dogs ID Tagged, and she has the fabulous crew of 4 dogs that are the face of her business. And we were just talking about the different types of tags that she does. We love custom because 1, they look fabulous, and 2, because they're very, very functional, and 3, you're going to find your pet much easier, or people will find you much easier if you've got a tag on your pet. But what I do know is you've got a human aspect, and this is how our business went. We started with the dog stuff.
All right.
We had our own promo shirts that were fabulous. We wore them out to Jim's gigs and stuff. Musicians said, can we buy them? Then we're like, okay, now we need human clothing. Right. And that's how it is. So is that how it happened for you?
It is. I had a dog trainer, actually, ask me about a pendant for a friend of hers in California.
Ah.
And I said, well, let me do a little bit of researching and I'll see what I can find for you. And she had an idea. I mean, she gave me a visual, and I got all the material and worked it up, and that's how the pendants for humans started.
And they're really nice. And they're using the long bar ones, aren't they, as well?
Yeah, I haven't done one in a long bar, but that would make a nice pendant.
Be very hip, yeah. It'd be really hip.
Yeah.
Now, what other products do you see yourself going to? Because I see yourself going to key rings, keychains.
The bar tags can be used as a key ring. Actually, I have one myself.
Oh, we will post a picture of that.
That was the first one I made. And so that can be a key ring for sure. And I have a new jeweler's press, and I have a few unusual designs that I'm going to be cutting.
Oh.
And maybe with the heavier metal, that could also be in a key ring or another type of pendant.
I have a question for you. Can you actually take someone's logo, say like my logo, and put it on pendants?
No, I don't. Because you'd have to I hand stamp, so I'd have to have something to stamp it with.
Okay, so you'd have to basically...
I'd have to create it. Or,
right. Yeah, because you know I'd be right there.
Yeah.
Like, you need to make these for what we're sounding.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that you hand stamp, because I just love the look of them. I mean, they're really nice. What do your prices range from?
I have the little charms start at about $6.50. Mm-hmm. My tags go up to $25.
Nice.
And the pendants for humans depends on the disc. It goes from about $10 to $35.
Lovely. Now, do you provide, like, say if I did a necklace, do you provide the chain as well, or just the pendants?
I make the pendants, and I offer chains for sale at additional.
Really
and
nice.
They range from $3 to $6.
Oh, your prices are so reasonable. I think you should put them up. I think I said it to
People have told me that.
Yeah, I think everybody that comes on the show, I'm like, oh, you're far too cheap, because the value is there. You know, it's always about, is this a valued item? You know, is it price? Is it matches? It makes sense. It's like events, going to events. You know, am I going to a charity event? Am I going to pay $75 a ticket and not get a cocktail when I walk in, or am I going to? No, I'm going to get a couple of raffle tickets. I'm going to get a cocktail. I'm going to get some hors d'oeuvres. You know, am I going to get a goodie bag? Then you know the value's there. You're interested in it, but I think definitely the value is there on your products. You know, for sure. Now. Do you think you'll expand further? You know, after looking at Chris's wristband, I'm kind of like, maybe Sandy can make me some other stuff. But Chris, my producer, has this amazing rock and roll wristband on, which I love, leather, and it's got, did he say 7 angels on it, metal angels?
That's the number.
It's very, very cool. So I kind of see you going down that path as well.
You never know.
With the custom metal stuff and. Oh, that would be really, really interesting. It's surprising, though, I think, where your business goes. So you think, well, I'll just do, I'll just do some tags, and then before you know it, it's grown into something else. And then, can you make me this? Can you make me that? Yeah. But isn't that great, though, that progression?
Yeah. Actually, that's how I started. Originally on the bar tags, I was just doing copper and aluminum. Mm-hmm. And I had someone here locally go, do you have anything in brass? I get out there and search on the internet. Nobody is doing that. Okay.
And I love that, too, when it's something that no one else is doing. You've got something unique. Then you feel like you've got something more, way more special, than you thought you were going to get. Do you think you'll ever do anything in silver and gold if you get a request? Like P. Diddy or somebody. Sandy, I need some tags for my dogs, and they've got to have diamonds on them.
Yeah, well, I'd have to
research.
Get on that right now.
It'd be one of those requests that you're like, I'll make it happen.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not sure in my own head.
But I know where to get it. I just haven't done it yet. I've got the end.
Can you do, so here I am again, quizzing for myself, of course.
Certainly.
Can you do metal picks, guitar picks?
Yeah, I could probably do that.
As pendants and as...
Yeah.
Okay, we got some ideas going here.
I'll work on that, right?
Yeah.
As soon as I go home.
I bought Jim a beautiful solid silver guitar pick that's a pendant. With the necklace and everything, and which he doesn't wear very often, by the way, so I think I'm going to take that. I think I'll be wearing that. But it was definitely a pretty penny, but it's a really fabulous piece, you know, and I think people will be very interested in something like that for sure.
In the silver?
Yeah.
Forget sterling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not one for like real fine jewelry, although I have some really nice, you know, Tiffany stuff and whatever. I'm just one of those, like, I just love my fashion rock and roll wristbands and stuff like that. It's kind of my style. So, and then sometimes Jim will say, "Is that mine that you're wearing?" Like, you don't wear it anymore, it's mine. So tell everybody about what you think the trends are going to be, you know, as far as, you're looking at me like you're panicked. Like, what is she asking me now? Do you think, well, for example, do you think a trend is happening where owners getting more than one tag for their pet? You know, they're thinking, oh, you know, I'll update it, or she's got something new and fancy and I'll order another one. Do you have a lot of repeat business?
I do have a little bit of repeat business. Not only, you know, I have my website, but I also have an online store on Etsy.
Yeah, what's your website? What's that name for that store? Because I need to put
Dog's
that up.
ID tag.
Oh, same thing on Etsy.
Oh, yes.
Perfect. Yeah. You know what? I think it is a good idea to have. Can you shop through your website?
Yes.
Okay, so essentially you've got two stores then.
I do.
And I think that's a really good idea because your audience is very different.
Yes.
Don't assume, like for example, people just assume, well, everybody's on Facebook. Why do I need to do a blog, or why do I need to do Google+? Now, let me tell you something. It's a different audience altogether who are not interested in Facebook, but they're really interested in reading blogs, you know, things that are more in depth, you know. So, yeah, I think it's a brilliant idea because we have the same thing. We have two different stores online. And our market is very different.
And I just am now getting on Google+.
Yes, I'm telling you now. People are like, well, I think it's an up-and-coming platform. No, it's the second biggest social media platform in the world. It's not up-and-coming. It's already there.
Yeah.
You know what I love about Google+? I think the engagement is fantastic. Everybody sees your posts because Google owns it. It gets indexed with more priority so that your posts are seen more. And the fact that you can find the people that are appropriate for what you do, unlike Facebook, you're not going to friend random people because you think they might like pet tags, you know, but you can find Pet Lovers Vegas, you know, pet clothing, pet tags, whatever, and you can really find your people and then put them in your circles, and then you target those with your posts that are relevant to them. And I think that is brilliant. But you know what I do like about Google+? I don't know if you know this. You know, you choose your circles that you want to send your post out to. You can also click a box to opt to send into their email.
Oh.
Yeah, even though you're not going to see the email because it's done through obviously through Google third party. I feel that when it's like something like your Tag Tuesday, which we'll talk about, that they would like to get that in their inbox, your special. You know, obviously I wouldn't send over a little post to somebody's email. You'd soon lose a friend. But I think that's really, really valuable. And I think it's an easier way to build a network. It just is. You know, but yeah, it takes a little work. And I've been on it for months. I still go, oh, where do I click for that again? Yeah. It's a little bit not that user-friendly, you know. I think because you're so used to being the trained eye on Facebook, you know, but...
Yeah, well, I have a friend that's in Virginia, West Virginia, and she's on Google+, and I buy things from her. Yeah. And so that's
how it all came about.
So, well, I'll check it out.
Yeah. I feel it's a really valuable network. I think it's valuable if you're in business. It's really, really valuable if you're in business. And I think people really do engage, you know. And I think it's just more targeted because we all know people get sick and tired of our dog pictures that we feed onto Facebook. We know that. We know you've hidden us. We know you've deleted us. But that way, you can say, oh, you know what? This group is going to love this particular post I'm going to send out. So I think that's really, really good. So tell everybody about Tag Tuesday. How did it come about?
I don't even really know exactly. I just was in the beginning. I started in November 2012. So in the beginning,
She's gone fast that time, hasn't it?
I was putting things on. I'd put the Facebook page on there, and I thought, okay, and just one Tuesday, I was putting something in there, and a post with a picture of a tag, and I thought, Tag Tuesday.
Isn't that great? It's great branding.
Yeah.
It really is.
So sometimes I slip and fail, but every Tuesday I put something on there as a rule.
I think it's great. Do you offer a lot of specials? Or do you do it mainly around holidays or ever, or not at all, or you don't need to? How do you feel about that?
I donate
products
for raffles and events.
Yeah.
My prices are pretty good already.
They are. Yeah, that's why you need to put them up.
I haven't really, offered too much of a discount, but sometimes I do.
But you do. I know you do participate a lot in those rescue events with product, and you've got to be so excited to receive something like that. I mean, when you go, oh my gosh, it's going to be custom. That is so cool. Yeah. I've got an event coming up soon that I'm going to get you involved in.
Sure.
I've always got something going on. Yeah. But we got Pam, who I mentioned earlier, Pam Webb from Rockin' for Rescues. We're teaming up. The Rock Girls are teaming up, and we're going to do a golf tournament.
Oh yeah,
and that's going to be really fun. It's going to be really nice, a really nice event, and we've got some really fun things. So we'll drag you into the web, the rock and roll web.
Yeah, that'll work for me.
Hey, you know what? I don't think a year's ever gone by where I haven't raised money, so, or contributed or something, And it's funny, I was just talking about charity events. If you get invited to a charity event and you didn't pay a ticket, you must donate. I go to so many events, and I know there are people there that didn't pay for their ticket, and I didn't see them buy a raffle ticket, and I didn't see a money donation. I didn't see anything. I didn't see something that they put in the raffle. There's no point, unless you brought 100 people with you, you got your free ticket, and you said, I'll bring 20 rock stars with me, then fair enough, because that value is there. But, just remember that, people. Just because you got a free ticket, you still need to donate, show your support. It's kind of a no-no if you don't. And it is another no-no. Do not put yourself in the raffle if it's your event. You cannot do that. You cannot buy raffle tickets to your own raffle. It doesn't matter how fabulous those prizes are. And hello, I've managed to get a lot of great prizes. But no, I cannot. I can put the money in. I'll put money in, but I won't pull tickets out. No way, I'm not buying tickets because it doesn't look right. It doesn't look right.
I agree.
It looks, as we were saying in England, very dodgy. So if you still want to contribute, throw your money in the pot, but do not put yourself in the raffle. There's some rules about that. Because you don't want anyone saying, oh, it was fixed, not good. So, it's for talking of one of the prizes, you won the zip line.
Oh, man, that was so much fun.
How was that?
We went.
What time did you go in the day?
We went 11.
Okay.
And it was on April 19th. It was fabulous.
Oh, but the weather was perfect.
It was great. What an experience that was. I
was fortunate to be... There were, I think, 20 of us in the entertainment industry that were given complimentary zip line rides. And I'm talking zip line. I'm not talking about, a little short zip line. I'm talking like up in Boulder City, in the mountains. Yeah. Did you do the 3 legs?
I think it's 3 or 4.
And there was some hiking.
Yeah,
carry your own
little
equipment.
Bit of hiking.
Carry your own equipment. Yeah.
That was great.
Some of the girls that came with us, and it was cold, and it was New Year's Day. Oh. And they showed up in high-heeled boots. And I'm like, did no one tell you what we were doing today? I had on flat Harley boots. I had like a Hillary Tensing, I'm going to climb Mount Everest coat on because I walk up there. I know how cold it is. And these girls were there in these little bomber jackets and their high heels. I'm like, you are crazy. crazy, you girls. Like, amazing experience.
Yes.
They were so generous to donate that, and that's have they changed the name? It's these flight lines, isn't it? Just flight lines?
It's spelled a little funny. It's
With a Z.
L-I-N-Z or something like that. But
if you ever get a chance, up in Boulder City,
man.
flight lines, amazing
and
experience.
their employees there are great.
Oh my gosh, so much
It was a
fun.
riot.
But did you notice that when you get to like the last leg, all of a sudden you've kind of forgotten how to do it because everybody's laughing, having a good time, and my friend Patrick went ahead of me. Well, we went kind of at the same time. You know, you can do like multiple people, but he went a little faster than me, and he knocked the guy off the platform, which, not being someone who could see very well, I didn't know there was a net, and he looked like he was hanging by literally fingertips off the edge of this platform. I was like, oh my gosh, he just took one guy down off the platform, and then when he actually came back, he knocked another guy down. I said, have you forgotten now? You're supposed to like open your legs to slow down. Nah, he was going down like a bullet.
I know.
Poor guy.
Yeah, because that last one is like straight down.
That poor guy didn't know what hit him. He got flying off the platform. I'm sure it's not the first time, though, either. Hey, listen, Chris, have we already taken our second break? No. There's the phone going again. I need to turn off lots of noises today. Listen, let's take another quick break to listen to some more words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. You're listening to Vegas Dog Radio.
We'll be right back, right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Dogs leave fur wherever they go. It collects all over the home. There are many tools designed to stop dog hair spreading, but their effectiveness varies, and afterwards you have to clean the tool, then the floor. With the Dyson Groom Tool, you simply deploy the bristles, then gently brush the coat. Loose fur is removed, while dead skin and allergens are captured by the vacuum. And to clean up, you simply release the trigger.
To get this awesome Dyson Groom Tool, go to DysonDeals.com. That's DysonDeals.com.
Hi, this is Teody Anderson, and I'm the host of Get Positive Results on Pet Life Radio. We're going to talk about a variety of topics on canine behavior and training, all based on modern methods that are fun for you and your dog. We might be talking about other critters too, so join us on Get Positive Results. We'll talk about common issues between you and your dog, answer your questions, discuss different activities you can do with your dog, and keep you posted on current canine news and products. All this on Get Positive Results on Pet Life Radio.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets.
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com. This is Vegas Rock Dog Radio. Vegas Rock Dog Radio. The phone lines are open at 702-483-4444. Now let's bring back the host. Here is the rock and roll queen of dogs, Sam.
Okay, and we're back. You're listening to Vegas Rock Dog Radio with me, Sam, your host, the queen of rock and roll dogs, and my fabulous guest is my friend, Sandy Dillion of Dogs ID Tagged. So before we wrap up the show, we've got, 10 minutes. I want to tell you about an event, and it's a brand new event. So it only has to happen one time, and then the second year will explode, because that's usually how it goes in town when everybody gets to know about it. But it's a week today, and it's called Pamper Your Pet. Don't miss Pamper Your Pet Day, a week from today, which is Saturday, June the 7th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Chapman Chrysler Jeep. But this is at the Valley Auto Mall in Henderson. And Chapman will have a veterinarian there at the event and vendors on site, and they're going to be doing free vaccinations, which is free vaccinations, free checkups, free grooming. I think they're doing nail trims, if I'm not wrong. There's going to be dog adoptions by Heaven Can Wait. And along with that, you're talking free food, and there's a raffle you can participate in. So make sure you take your cash down with you, for sure. And you'll be able to join other pet lovers for Pamper Your Pet Day, and that's Saturday, June the 7th at Chapman Chrysler Jeep in the Valley Auto Mall. For more information, you can go to www.chapmanchryslerjeep.com, or you can actually go to my page, Vegas Rock Dog Radio, because I am posting their flyer, and I'll be tweeting about it all week. And you may see an appearance from yours truly. But I am celebrating my birthday the night before, so thank goodness for a lot of makeup and a hat. So don't forget that one. It sounds like it's going to be a really fun event. The adoption's going to be inside, because I know a lot of people go, oh, where it's really hot right now. It's going to be inside, so it'll be a nice, cool event. And take your cash with you. If you're not going to adopt a pet, you can donate to their rescue and buy some raffle tickets. I'm sure they're going to have some wonderful prizes. So we talked about My Dogs Rock, My Dog Rocks, the Instagram contest that's going on with us, Vegas Rock Dog. Upload a picture of your dog, tag us, and hashtag us. Today's the last day. We'll pick a winner tomorrow. GoFundMe.com we've got an event that's happening for a friend of ours at the Beagle Rescue. Really desperate situation. She has to relocate her rescue for her safety and for the safety of her dogs. Her dogs got poisoned by some not so nice neighbors, and it's a terrible thing to have to relocate, and it's a very expensive thing to relocate, and the vet bills are very, very huge right now. So because all of the dogs got sick, one of them nearly died, and it's just really despicable what happened to our friend over at the Southern Nevada Beagle Rescue. And I'm going to be popping up that event. It's an online donation. I swear, if you can do $1, it is going to make a difference in the lives of these dogs, get them to safety, and also help them recover. You don't want to believe that stuff happens, but it's just
terrible.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And I don't know if there's going to be any kind of criminal prosecution, but it needs to happen if they can prove it. Right. But how do all the dogs get sick at once? Seriously, when they're at home or they've been in the backyard? I mean, it doesn't take much. And I think when you're in rescue, we see this stuff all the time, so it's not like it's something you would never see. So if you can donate, that would be, oh my gosh, it'd be the best karma building thing that you do this year, because you really will be helping a rescue. There's another event happening tomorrow, an adoption for a home for Spot, and I think it's at Tivoli. I didn't write it down, but I'm sure it's at Tivoli over there. So that'll be an adoption for tomorrow. And we got 2 rescues of the week. I only normally do one, but of course the Nevada Beagle Rescue, they need so much help. I think she's hit the halfway goal of the $8,000.
It looks like it.
Almost there.
Yeah.
So we've got to really rally the troops and get her to that point where she can move. I can't imagine the stress. It's terrible. And our other rescue is, and Sandy's going to tell you,
the Yorkie Haven Rescue. It's in Texas, and they're one of my favorites.
So how did you find out about them?
Well, my first Yorkie, Lucy.
Yeah.
I joined YorkieTalk.com and an array of information on what you do with your Yorkie.
Oh.
And I ran into the Yorkie Haven Rescue is also people from there are on Yorkie Talk.
Oh, you see.
So it's a community.
I love that. And their website is YorkieHavenRescue.com. And again, if you can donate, even if it's only $1, it would be wonderful. And if you can't donate, share, because we know it works. We know it works. So, of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors, and Sandy is one of them. Our sponsors make the show happen every single week, and part of our sponsorship helps the Hot Diggity Dachshund Rescue, which is my favorite rescue that I've been with for 10 years, I think. Yes, it's been a long time. But it's a great rescue. They rescue sausage dogs, as we like to call them in England, and sometimes it's not even a sausage dog. Sometimes it's just a situation and you do the right thing. But they're a great rescue, and we do benefit them. And thank you to our sponsors, because they're all pet-loving sponsors. And if you're looking for services and products, please look at our sponsors first before you go anywhere else, because they love animals. So we like to close the show out with saying, and we always say this every week, remember, you can help a pet in need. Either rescue, adopt, donate, volunteer, or share their information. You can rescue your next furry family member, or just make sure your next family member's furry. Replace the word shop with adopt, and always be kind to all animals. It's not just dogs and cats. They're all important. I want to thank Sandy for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell everybody your website one more time.
It would be www.dogsidtagged.com.
There you go. And your Etsy store
is Dogs ID Tagged.
You see, when it's really consistent like that, and I said last week,
they'll find
go, oh, you know what, if I search them on Instagram, I'm sure I'll find it. If I search her on Google+, I'm sure I'll find them.
Yeah.
So if you can, when you put in your social media names together, make sure it's the same one. It just helps your business, helps people find you. Mm-hmm. And I want to thank Chris, and I want Chris's wristband so bad. But he's not going to let me have that. And it is my birthday next week, Chris.
Mine was my 30th.
Was it? didn't you tell me?
I mean, last Sunday, I'm sorry.
Oh, I owe you a gift. Yeah, no, I owe you a gift. Birthdays are important, Chris. I still let me around for a whole week. Starting today. Chris is great, and he makes the show run smoothly. And what you've been listening to today is Vegas Rock Dog Radio, where it's all about pets, people, and pop culture. So we can cover the whole gamut, whether it's guinea pigs and capybaras, cats and dogs. Oh, and I have a funny guest coming in studio in a couple of weeks that you're going to love, Chris. Here's a clue. Oink, oink. You don't know what oink, oink? Is that an English sound for a pig?
Oh, no. We know what that is.
Yeah. He looked at me like, what on earth is she?
Bring a pig?
Yeah. I think we're going to have a little pig in the studio. That's what I'm working on anyway. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Yeah, let's not limit it to dogs. We're all about all animals. And finally, just to let you know, and you haven't heard me a million times already say this today, I am your host, Sam, the queen of rock and roll dogs. Always kiss your pets good morning and good night, and have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everyone, and thank you so much for listening in. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.